I'm here on one of my favorite parts of Hawthorne, and I'm on the Onewheel GTS, the brand new flagship board from Onewheel that promises S-level power, S-level speed, S-level range. Wait, hold on, no, they don't promise that one. Why can't we have S-level range too? The S stands for so it can't go as far, because that's the biggest difference between it and the previous models. At least the biggest negative difference, except for that so it costs more money. It's that one too. It's both of those. It can't go as far and it costs more money, but it provides speed.
Feel the speed! The speed! 4 miles an hour, officer.
You can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I don't need to go 33 miles an hour, you know, like this guy. I don't need to do that. And then you realize that being able to go 33 miles an hour is the same as being able to go up a hill. So because of that, you need more speed. You need the S speed. But the problem is, do you need the S money? Like, that's the problem. The S costs more money. And I can't fully figure out why it does. Geez, that's $1,000 more. And the S stands for sheesh. You guys didn't make it look different. Porsche makes a faster, more special fast car. They put stickers all over it, and they put a body kit, and they lower it, and they put all these things, and you're like, oh wow, I can tell that this is a fast Porsche. This is a GT3 RS. This is not just the regular Porsche. They made a not regular Onewheel, but they didn't do anything not regular to it. There's an orange motor cable, and that's it, black rails. I mean, the black rails do look glorious.
Glorious!
The black rails look lovely, but they should have done that from the beginning. Onewheel, you need to provide something different to the experience, the visual experience, to make people purchase their product. When you pay $1,000 more than the stock board, you need to flex a little bit. You got to have something that shows it off. And all that shows it off are rail guards that they sell to anybody.
We were thinking about putting together the poser pack, where you get your low boy foot pads, your performance tire, and your GT S Series rail guards, and no one else will know when you're riding out there.
There's nothing that differentiates the GTS from the GT. Visually, to the masses, they don't just look and say, hey, that's a special Onewheel. No, it's just a Onewheel. As far as you're concerned, and everyone else is concerned, it's just a freaking Onewheel. Then why should I pay the $1,000? Well, it's hard to justify the extra money, especially when the performance gain is 5 miles an hour. I can go 20 miles an hour uphill now. Before, I couldn't. Before I hit a hill, I'm 18, 16, 15, depending on how steep the hill is, 1, 2, 0, nothing. When you make a specialty product, people need to know it's special. You need to differentiate it so that people can appreciate it. You know, I've got the limited edition Super Leggera version of the vehicle, and it looks different. It's got something on it it's got stripes, it's got something. Whoa, that was a long way down. The Onewheel GTS is a board that looks like its predecessor, rides like its predecessor, but costs $1,000 more. You have to ask yourself, what's that extra $1,000 going into? And the answer is less batteries, less range, and an orange motor cable. It was orange before it got dirty. That's the difference. When you pay $1,000 extra, a premium, a third, 33% more than the stock, you expect to get something to show for your money, your expenditure. Well, you basically get this little S logo right here that I've got covered up with my Ulanzi mic. Aside from that, everything else is internal. You got the low boy foot pads, which are nice, but I immediately stripped off their grip tape and covered them with this nice traction pad. I mean, that was mile zero. I hadn't even turned on the board yet because I can't stand grip tape and I love traction pads. It looks like a GT. It smells like a GT. It rides like a GT, except there's this punch that there's not in the GT. I've been riding every version of the Onewheel except for the pints. And When I went from the original to the Plus,
It's just amazing.
it knocked my socks off. The power change coming from the original to the Plus was substantial. And I feel that same feeling here. Coming from the GT to the GTS, the power change is substantial, and I love that I can hit hills much faster. I can maintain a top speed over more vigorous and difficult terrain. But the same problem that happened between the Plus and the original happens between the GTS and the GT. The range suffers. You can't drive faster and longer unless you have a bigger gas tank. This has a smaller gas tank than its predecessor, so can't go as far. Sad story, man. Onewheel needed to do more with this release. Not only are they combating VESC, but they're also combating the Floatwheel ADV Pro. And this board is better than the GT, but it's not the best Onewheel out here. I hate that my very thoughts about the GTS seem to culminate in a, why would you buy this thing? If you ask me, would I buy it again? I'd probably say, yeah, I missed the range of my GT already. I would buy it again, and that doesn't make sense. It's because it's good. That's why. It's good. But it's not good enough. The GTS is just a faster board, and that's actually probably my favorite part about it. That it's faster. That's why the GTS is worth it. You just take it out of the box, and it's better than the GT, which is great. The GT is great. The GTS is superior. And ultimately, that's what the S stands for. I had a destination, it was for food, but then I changed my mind. I was like, you know what, I got food at home. Eat the home food.